Hey guys, what's going on? My name is James Mason. If this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, please check out the rest of my channel. I am currently making a free trading course, and I'm going to release that relatively soon. So I want to show you this trade I made today. It is ticker VSTM, and I made a profit of $435, and I want to show you just kind of like what I was thinking as I was going through this trade. So I completely missed this on my scanner, and I was just going through some scanners later on, and I came across it. It had a ton of volume, pretty much at the opening of the day. And I looked, saw it had great news, and I got in at this candlestick right here. And the reason why was because when some of these pharmaceutical companies, they release something that helps out with cancer and things like that, they tend to have a good run based off the hype. And that's what I was wanting to catch, catch that hype and run it. Now, if I would have gotten here, great, but I mean, that was already a sell-off. But, so actually, let me pause that video real quick. I'm going to back up for you and just keep this camera away, just so I can explain this video a little bit better. So, I bought right here, and I was just wanting to see how this would run. And it came up here, it hit the top, and I was kind of hoping that it would break through it. It didn't. And because I had, a decent amount of profit at this point, I just wanted to see what would happen. I knew it was going to cool off some, and I was really wanting to take that risk. Honestly, I felt like it was worth it, and I felt like it was for sure going to go over $8. And at this point, it started going back down again, and it hit right in here in the 750s again. I still had a little bit of profit, and at this point I was just kind of looking at the MACD line, and I was like, okay, it looks like it's about ready to start thinning out right here on these candlesticks and reverse. And so right here, I missed that chance to lock in my profits. It downtrended again, but it started going back up again. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out, see what happened. It cooled off. This has a lot of steam behind it. Let's ride this out. And so I did. It got to the point to where there's a strong resistance here at $8, and I just decided, what, like, this might not break $8. And I need to just go ahead and cover these profits. Don't let it happen twice to me. That would be stupid. I passed it up the first time, my first opportunity. Don't let that happen the second time. So over here on the 1 minute chart, this is where I'm kind of making this decision, because on the 1 minute chart, if you look at the MACD, it's actually showing on the 1 minute chart a reversal on the MACD, and right here off this EMA line, it's starting to show the beginning of a downward trend. And look here, it dropped down to the 780s, and so I was like, crap, like, I just need to just go ahead and lock this in. And again, I decided to watch it for 1 more minute, just to see, because I had I had a good bit of profit. I just wanted to see what would happen. And I saw the RSI was cooling off just a tad bit, but then I saw that candlestick reverse right there. And that's currently my profits in this trade. I hadn't sold yet. So I'm watching this, because now there's some indecisiveness, and I just kind of want to see what will happen. And so it actually ends up going back into the 790s again, and I actually just end up deciding, just sell right into the bid. And it actually worked out great for me. It ended up being a good trade. I made a profit of $435, and I did have $7,475 on the line, but that's pretty daggone good for a day trade. So I'll show you the sell. The sell will actually pop up here in a second. And because I sold, directly, I looked at the level 2, and I waited for, a bid come up to where I could dump 1,000 shares into. And one came up, and I nailed it. So I sold right into it, and you'll see it right here in a moment. You can see right here the RSI is now starting to push back up. The stock has been hot all day, so it definitely did have the potential to come up here to the the 70 threshold for the RSI. Right here on the 1 minute chart, you got a couple candlesticks. They at this point they're now just kind of trading sideways. So it's basically it's consolidating. Let's see. So right here, it actually goes back up. And there's my sell. So, made $435. I based it off of the 5 minute chart pretty much for the whole day. And you can see my profit right there. So, like I said, I went off the 5 minute chart based on the price action in that time frame, and that's how I played it, and it worked out great for me. It actually not long after this broke that resistance at $8, and it actually went up over $8.60, and would it have been nice to stay in for that long? Absolutely, but I didn't know if it was gonna go up that high or not. At the moment, and the thing is, you can only work with what you have in the moment. And if that's all you take away from this video, that's what it is right there. You can only work with the information you have in the moment, and that's all the information I had at that moment. And I made my decision, and I took my profits. So it worked out great for me. I hope this kind of gives you an understanding on how I trade and some of the things that I look for. But if this is the first time that you have watched one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and that free stock trading course should be out relatively soon. So I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video.